Soft and warm on a quiet storm. V.
Shout out to Zay. Shoot, what is his name?
Oh my
No.
God.
I know his real name. I forgot his producer name. I wanted to say his producer name.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't know if people call him by his actual name musically.
I was about to say now, Deani, whoa.
Sorry. Okay. Okay, that was supposed to be a slow fade out, but it wasn't.
We can put
Zaban. Shout out to Zaban for our intro music. I keep moving too far away from the mic. I'm sorry, y'all.
Shout out to Zay.
Shout out to Zay. Thank you. You sent me this 2 years ago, and I'm just using it, and I really appreciate you.
That's love.
Welcome back.
Love. Welcome back to the Harvest episode 2. Hey man, we back. We're gonna get into it.
Yeah,
for sure.
We're gonna start with the cards.
Yeah, we can start with the cards.
You can go first.
I'll go for. Okay. Hopefully we get some. We'll get some. Oh, also, you gotta get these cards. We're not really strangers.
Sponsor us, y'all. We're not really strangers. Hey. If you ever see this,
they will.
Sponsor us.
That into existence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, do I seem like someone who would get a name tattooed on myself?
Absolutely not.
She knows. She knows.
Absolutely not. Do I? Be honest.
Yeah.
I do?
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah, I know. Either Daniel or Noel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I told Daniel, I was like, what if we might cut this part out. I'm going to tell you though. I said, I respect it. Because he has no tattoos. He doesn't do tattoos. He has no piercings. Like, I'm the one that's like, piercings, tattoos. And he's like, a clean slate.
Legs.
Body. Yeah, that's him.
Yo, that's hilarious.
That is him.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boyfriend. Shout out to Daniel D. Sims. If you don't know, now you know. He's the one that helped us get all this set up.
Yes, all right, man. Much shout out. Shout out to you.
I have no idea how to do anything audio. I know how to take pictures. Okay, I'm the visual, he's the audio. That's why we work so well together.
Trying to tell you.
But okay. Oh, my turn. Let me pick a card. Be good to me. Okay. I know I don't have it anymore. But what did my Instagram tell you about me?
I don't remember the last time you was on Instagram, so...
Literally. It's been about a month. It's been about a month.
I'm trying to go back. Creative.
Mm-hmm.
Creative. Mom, loving. And yeah. Creative, mom, and loving.
He pulled it out his whole butt. The whole butt. He pulled it out. And it's okay. I'll give you that one.
So then I'll put it on my butt.
You want to pull one more?
Sure. Why not? Let's see. I'm going to pull something. Right now. This the one right here. This the one.
It's a
wild card.
Yeah, no.
I have to admit something.
Okay, admit something.
Something I will admit. This whole weekend, anxiety has been kicking my butt. Overwhelming, for sure. That's something I would admit. Especially before we really start recording.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something. Admit something. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna admit something about this podcast. That's what I'm gonna do.
Tell them. Put it all out there.
We was at another space,
mm-hmm.
and none of their outlets were working. Like, we set up everything, and we're like, why it's not turning on?
We flipping switches, like what's happening?
Man, the whole outlet on that whole wall was done for.
Yeah.
And now we're here for episode number 2. Let's get into it.
But you want to know something? I
What's
think
up?
that really does tie into what we're talking about today. So, y'all, today we're talking about finding your gift. And how did you find it? When did you realize this was your gift? And how do you use it? Like, how do you use what the Most High is giving you out in this world? You know, because nothing you've given is ever just for you, if we be honest.
Facts.
And even when you get paid from work, that money go to them bills too. And nothing you get is
It's for
ever
you.
just for you, unless you're like 15
Yeah.
working at KFC and don't got no bills. That's something different. But anyway, I think that goes into it because it's like this is what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Like this is a part of our gift, our ministry. As
Yes,
someone likes
our
to say.
ministry. That's what I used to call it.
Yeah.
Our ministry. But yeah, so for you, when did you realize you were when did you realize you had a gift?
That's a really good question. I think it took a while because I've had a camera my whole life.
For what age?
I was in elementary school when I got my first camera.
Oh wow.
And it wasn't like I've always liked taking pictures. Mom was like, okay, get a little cheap camera, you know. I kept breaking them, so she stopped buying them. I can't even be mad at that because they're not cheap.
Thanks.
But I've always used to draw. I always used to paint. Like I've always been into creative stuff. So it was so normal to me that as an adult, when I just started doing stuff, and even to this day, people are like, that's a talent. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what? I've been doing this my whole life.
Exactly.
I've been doing this for so long that I think it's become normal to me. And I even think that could be a little dangerous when your talents become so normal or comfortable.
When you don't realize that it's
Yeah.
Facts.
And I
can
feel
relate
like
to that.
I've fallen into that a lot. Like I don't realize a gift is a gift. Like Jai has told me so much, Diani, like how we sit down and break down her brain and do all this stuff. This is a gift. People can. I was like, this isn't common sense.
Yeah.
Like literally, I said that one day. Like, this isn't common sense.
Yeah. So when was it when because I feel like also it plays a part in your circle and whether or not you realize you have a gift. Like if you're like, for example, if you're always around some negative hating people, you would never realize that what you have is a gift.
Yeah.
But when you start surrounding yourself with people that's actually like show love and like you were saying, it's never for you. They always give and you give back. That's when because I'm saying that for me, because that's when I realized. I was like, oh, it was really my surroundings that made me realize, like, oh, okay, I'm actually good at this. Like, this, like it's like in a way, it's like for me, I suffer with self-doubt. I was like, is this really a gift? Like, But then when you meet so many people, meet so many new people, and you realize like they can't do what you do.
Yeah.
That's when I like kind of open my eyes and be like, okay,
Yeah.
shit, I'm good at it. You know?
Hold on.
And that's a lesson in it as well, because you can't let it get to your head. You can't be cocky about your gift. In a way, you got to be humble.
Yeah.
Humble.
No, really, because and I feel like this has happened to a lot of us. Has anyone ever like had the Most High, has had God give you something and wants you to do it, but you were so scared to do it that you literally watch somebody else do it? That has happened to me. That has happened to me as in a way of God don't got to wait on you. If he needs something done, it's going to get done. Like, he doesn't have to wait on you. And it was a low key, mind you, I don't know the person who did it, but literally the same ideas that I had, like, I got. And then it was like a year later, someone else is pushing this out and they're like, it's amazing for them. And maybe it was just for them. Maybe they were the ones that were supposed to do it. Maybe God just gave me a chance to see if I was going to do it. And maybe this was my learning lesson to stop waiting. And to stop being so afraid and to stop being so doubtful of myself and the word that I received. Because if I received it, he gonna provide. And that's just what it is.
Facts. So, what would you say would be your gift?
I would say I'm really good at like inserting myself. Like I'm really good at like seeing all perspectives, especially like creatively, and like really inserting myself into people's brands and like really seeing the vision and developing things and like just overall just like creating things like photography. I'm good at photography. Photography's a gift. And I think that comes with vision. I think that's just like a branch of being able to see, being able to like create things.
Yeah.
Because I've been doing photography for a long time. I said in the first episode. And I remember this was a long time ago. This was probably one of my first shoots. And my client told me, like, you're really talented and you don't understand how, like, you impact people. Like, you make us look so beautiful. Like, the people who don't feel like they're attractive have told me, wow, I love these pictures. Like, wow, like, I didn't think I could look like this.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, what? Click. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm just pressing
like,
a button.
I'm literally just doing what I'm feeling led to do in these moments. I think my talent, my gift is overall just sight. It's vision to be able to see things and take what I see and then start to like form it. If that makes sense.
That does. That does.
What about you?
Oh, my gift. I like how you brought yours into, you dissected and just brought it all into one.
Thanks.
Your sight.
Thanks.
That was nice. That was nice. I wish I could do the same, but we're gonna try. we're gonna try. But no, my gift is I'll say one thing for sure. And the first thing that comes to my mind is working with youth, working with the kids, pouring into people. Letting them know that, it really starts with you. It's all about how you go about your life. You can't expect no one else to really do it. But I really want to say, like, I don't know. My gift?
Words like, was it like edifying, like pouring into people?
Yeah.
And I really do believe that when it comes to kids. 'Cause let me tell you something. The first time when me and Ann first started working together and I drove down to your house to pick up the merch to start shooting, I had my son with me. He's never met Anthony a day in his life. Did I ever tell you this? We were leaving. He started crying. He was like, I want to go with him. And I was like, you don't know him. He's never done that. He's never done that before. He literally was crying. He was like, I want to go with him. I'm like, you don't know him.
Wow.
When you came to the car, he didn't even speak. You know what? He didn't even say anything. He just looked at you like, who the hell is it?
I never knew that. That's crazy.
He's never done that. Like, he's not one to see strangers and be like, adopt me. Like, no, he's not like that.
Wow.
So, but I also feel like kids, they know. Kids,
they do. They do.
And that's why when you were talking, I was like, no, I can 100% believe that. Because why was my then 2-year-old trying to go live with you? I don't understand.
Hey, it's just the energy and vibe. But no, like well, first, I feel like I have many gifts. I can't really I don't know. I'm blessed. I do realize that I'm blessed. But to say what are my gifts, I can't really narrow down to one or maybe two. But I would say, I try to use my gifts in the most positive and what's the word? The most positive way.
Yeah.
And all sorts. Leading with love. I feel like that's the key.
First and foremost.
Leading with love.
To.
Yeah.
Like, you 100% have to.
Yeah.
But I really think your gift is like words. Like, is it edifying? I can't really, correct me in the comments, y'all. But I remember it was one point I text Aunt and I was really going through it, y'all. And
Yeah.
he sent the most simplest of text messages. And I was like, wow, I really needed that.
Yeah.
Like, the friend who always knows what to say. It's like God just be speaking to them through them. And it could be the simplest of things. And it's like, wow.
Yeah. To let you know a random fact, when I was a kid, like I grew up in church, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to Mount Calvary Baptist Church, 17 Fairburn Road, Atlanta, Georgia, 30331. Yes. Still got a shout out to that place. But when I was a kid, like growing up in church, and my uncle was the pastor, right?
Yeah.
And like I would see him, on the pulpit, in his robe. I always wanted a robe. I kid you not. When I was a kid, I used to wear my mom's big t-shirts.
Okay, so if you notice there was like a weird little,
And we're back.
if y'all notice there was like a weird little like break or something, Pro Tools, what you doing? What you got going on? Why did you just stop recording our podcast?
We got smoke with you for real.
Like, what's going on?
Do something.
So,
Do better.
and do you remember where you left off?
Do better. Okay?
Please.
Cause you
Please.
that's the devil.
Okay, it is.
Okay.
And you know what? I'm not dealing with him.
Not.
I'm not, because I don't have to.
Not.
Because I'm a part of the winning team. The winning
Big
team.
dubs.
And I don't gotta deal with it. And that's just what it is. And I'm getting really hungry. So, do you remember where you left off?
She getting hungry.
I'm really hungry.
Sushi?
Yes.
Ooh, let's get it.
Okay.
But no, like I was saying, you were saying, I sent you a text saying that you've been saying my gift was words and whatnot, and I was
Yeah.
saying like as a kid, like I remember standing up on the balcony at our house. Like we had an upstairs balcony that looked over downstairs and the front door, and I used to stand over there with a little stool in my mom's big t-shirt, acting like I was preaching. And my grandma, she would tell me that like the things I was saying, I think I was like 4 or 5. The things I was saying were just like it actually made sense. And it was crazy to her that a 5-year-old was actually saying that. So, she likes to say, I always had it in me. So, I guess
Not
that's
on you.
Now it's not on you.
But it's in you.
It's in you.
It was already in you.
It's in you. You can't look. You can't look elsewhere for your gifts. You gotta find them within.
Yeah, they're already there. It's like seeds.
They're already
It's like
there.
God, when He makes us, He already puts the seeds in there. And then life and experiences and Him, your relationship with Him is what waters the seeds and helps them. Ultimately, your relationship with Him is what waters the seeds and helps it grow. But
Yes.
God definitely does use people.
Yes.
And your people you may not even know, people you may have only encountered at one time in
Yes.
your life, people you are divinely connected to for the rest of your life. Like,
We're just vessels.
yeah,
We're
100%.
just vessels.
We're 100% just vessels out here doing the thing, do what the Most High needs us to do.
Doing it in the best we can. You feel me?
But I feel like the biggest part of this podcast is how do you use your gift? Because your gift is never just for you. And how are you planting your seeds? So how would you say you are planting your seeds, like with what? And I honestly feel, okay, so he, I don't know if you still are, but he was coaching football, high school, right?
Yeah, high school football.
And I feel like that even goes into it because I'm pretty sure you have given these kids some beautiful pep talks, some just really poured into these kids.
Yeah. It's addicting.
Really?
Because I've been doing this since I remember being 21, 22, and the young boys at my church, like they was in high school, some was in middle school. And like on weekends, bro, I'll just pick them up. I'll tell them all to meet at someone's house.
Yeah.
And I'll just pick them up and I'll just take them out. And we'll just do things. Like, it was simple stuff, but it was that time that that I spent with them, and I didn't even realize it till not that long ago when they I linked up with them with some of them, and they were like, "Yeah, you OG, you the OG. Shit, we look up to you. You taught us." See, I'm like, dang. Like, look, I would just make sure y'all had a good time.
Right.
But it's just that you never know the impact you have on someone's life using your gift. And going back to what you were saying with the photography, you never know the impact with just taking those pictures and how that person sees themselves, and it's eye opening for real.
It's beautiful.
And
Oh, it's still recording.
okay.
I was,
Look, I tried to do it slick. I tried to do that. Look. It's right there. But yeah, it's addicting. Like this past year, I told myself I wasn't gonna coach. Like I'm not gonna coach football. I'm
Yeah.
done with it. But I
Yeah.
got out there and I saw the potentials in the kids.
Mhm.
And like the whole season, I was trying to get them to see it for themselves, which some of them have. You know, it's a beautiful thing when their eyes actually open and when you pour into them and they're receptive to it, because everybody not receptive to
But
it.
you know what's crazy that you say that? And I feel like even as adults, and these are like kids,
Mhm.
even though they think they're grown, they're
Yeah,
kids.
yeah.
But even as like full grown adults, we don't be seeing what's in us.
Yeah.
Like we genuinely don't see like what, and I say that for myself. Like I said early in this podcast, like things that I thought were just common sense and just normal things. People like Deani, I don't know how to do that. I can't know how to do that. It's not for me. It's not my thing. I do other things, and sometimes it really takes people, like you say, your environment. It takes things to really pull what's in you out of you. And it's kind of like it could have been growing the whole time. But sometimes when it's time to harvest things and things need to be uprooted, you might need some help pulling them sweet potatoes out the ground.
Yes. and with that, and I was having conversation with my grandma about it, but like picking out your garden wisely of what you need and what you don't no longer need. Dang, I can't talk.
Don't
Dang.
hit the mic.
Yo, okay. Look, I can talk. It's just the fact I'm not used to hearing myself. So it's like it's weird, it's throwing me off. But I'll get better at that, I promise. But yeah, some things in your gardens are time for uprooting. You gotta take them out. They no longer serve a purpose.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's picking and choosing, and like I try to use my gift in a way to just inspire people,
Yeah.
motivate people. Really, like, because I find joy out of seeing someone else pursuing their dreams.
Yeah.
Getting what they want. You get what I'm saying? I find joy out of that. I don't have a hating spirit to where like I don't want to see them win.
Yeah.
Ever. You know what I'm saying? I want to see all my people win. I want to see you win.
Thank
Look.
you. Same.
So fast. Receptive. But yeah, it's just like that's how I want to use my gift. That's how I am using my gift in a way, especially with the kids. The kids are our future. You know, and I'm 27 years old, and I feel old talking about the kids are our future.
I believe the children are the future.
I was the kids.
Literally. And to some people, you still are the kids.
Yeah, facts, and that's true. And it's just a cycle. You know, you go back and lift your brother up.
Yeah.
You know, you don't tear him down. That's something I learned. And shout out to the 100 Black Men of South Metro Rites of Passage program. They taught me that to lift your brother up
Yeah.
always. But yeah, and then when it comes to planting seeds, you never know the impact that you have.
Yeah.
And the seed that you plant in a kid or someone,
Yeah.
you know, as a business partner or a friend, you never know how that might matriculate into something more.
Yeah.
So it's always, you know.
And I want to add to that, when it comes to planting your seeds and sharing your gifts, I feel like one thing that is like a lot of us fall victim to is the fear of not being good enough. And
Yeah.
it's like when you feel like with self-sabotage, imposter syndrome.
I would just think,
Yeah.
imposter syndrome. That's a real thing.
It really is.
Oh,
and,
man.
and when you feel like in yourself, your hearts of hearts, when you're not good, and you know what this remind me of? Moses. This reminds me of
Okay,
Moses
get into
when
it.
the
Let's
Most
get
High
into it.
called him. You know, when the Most High was like, "Hey, I need you to go speak to Pharaoh." He was like, "I got this speech impediment. I can't really talk. Like, I'm not good enough to do this. I need someone to go with me. I can't do this by myself."
But God,
But God called you. He honored you and allowed your brother to come.
you better pick up that phone when God calls. I'm telling you. Look,
Don't
and that's
miss
the
it.
thing. You may not feel like you ready. I just seen the TikTok about that. That's crazy. Bishop Bronner, he was talking about it. You may not feel like you're ready, but when God calls you, hey,
Yeah.
you know, because this also ties into our next episode. But having that faith,
Yeah.
trusting God that He knows what you're capable of,
Yeah.
regardless. Like, just He ain't gonna fail you.
Never. Because it's like, when has he? Like, genuinely, when has he? And even though life be lifing and things be happening, you still can't forget that he is faithful. Nothing about the Most High has ever changed from the beginning of time, from when grass was just starting to grow out of the dirt.
Talk that tall.
He is like, nothing has ever changed. And you know, the beautiful thing about it is we forget that we serve a God who sees farther in the future than we could ever see. So he is already preparing everything that you could already need in those situations that you don't even know are going to happen when you need it.
It's like sometimes we doubt God.
Yeah.
And it's
And
like,
I think it comes from lack of relationship.
yeah, it does. It does. It does.
And like also just comparing God to people, because there will be times I may fail him. There will be times he may fail me, but God will never fail us. And we put the Most High, we put Yah in such a human category when nothing about him is human. He supersedes humanity.
Exactly. Like how?
He doesn't even live. He doesn't even live in a sense of time or space.
It's
It's
really wild when you think about it.
When you think about it.
That's really, it's really what it is. Oh, I don't get why God would do this.
But we also have to take accountability, because same people who say that are the same people who are like, we have free will. You can't say you have free will when things are good. You have to remember there are consequences for every action. And you have free will to do bad things too.
And that's something I realize.
Yeah.
It's like now when I make bad decisions, I know there are consequences coming. And you just have to deal with it. You have to face it. You can't run from it. It's better, and what I've learned over time, it's better to face it up front rather than trying to avoid it.
Yeah. And it's also better to be obedient than to sacrifice. So if the Most High is calling you to use your gift and to plant them seeds and to get the enemy out your head, get yourself out your head, get your mama out your head, get your auntie, get your teacher out, get whoever out, all them voices, because we have collective voices that are not our own.
Yeah.
Throughout our entire life, we have literally collective voices of doubt and hatred and fear, and like stash them away because we believe them.
Yeah.
But we don't believe what the word says.
Exactly. We become believers of the doubt, but
Yeah.
not believers of the faith.
Yeah. But if he's calling you to do something, if he's calling you to say, if he's calling you to say something to somebody, God, there have been times where I would hear from God. I would hear from him and he would be like, say this. And I'd be like, what?
Can I interrupt you?
Yeah.
She just did it earlier today and she didn't even realize. I realized it, but you didn't.
I didn't know what happened.
When we was in the other space and that lady came and sat down and you just turned to her and said, you look really pretty. You remember that?
Yeah.
And what'd she say? She was like, I was just sitting here talking to
her friends and she thought she didn't look good.
She didn't look shit. Yeah.
And I was like, girl, you look beautiful. Like, what are you doing?
Like, and I'm telling you, like, she was on the phone. She was like doing something. And then in the middle of that, she just stopped and turned to her.
Yeah,
and was like,
I just felt it.
You look really pretty. And it was just like, I saw that. That was God. It's
That's not.
it's a how can I say it? It's appeasing to see God's work.
Yeah.
You know, like when you see God moving and God working, it's really like
And before anyone wants to come to these comments and be like, that wasn't God, people always like say stuff is God. How many times have you been in a situation
it
where
was
you
the
was not feeling
universe.
good? Don't get me started. How many times were you in a situation where you were not feeling good about yourself and somebody just randomly messaged you and was like, girl, I love you. I'm proud of you. Like you're doing your thing. So that wasn't God sending someone. Like he
Yeah.
sees you're in need and he's gonna use who can be used to help you. You get
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But yeah, never be afraid. Get out of that doubt. Get those voices, get that fear out of your brain, y'all. And even sometimes, even if you have to do it scared, there have been times where I've done things scared, but I've still done them in faith. I feel like there's a duality in that, where you can still be nervous and be like, I'm still going to step out and do what I'm called to do and do what like I'm being pulled to do.
Exactly.
And go
It's
ahead.
like sometimes you just have to be reckless. Another plug-in. Shout out to Reckless Clothing Brand. There we go. You got to be reckless. Go for it. Go for it all. It's not on you.
It's in you. Yeah.
You got to be reckless. You got to be reckless.
You do.
can't-
And your faith, reckless faith.
Reckless faith.
You have to have reckless faith.
and you shall receive.
Reckless abundance.
Are you reading my mind? Get out of my head.
We're too late. We're too far gone. We're too far gone. I'm here.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Plant your seeds.
Yes, plant your seeds and watch them grow. And take care of your garden.
Yeah.
Don't let
We're going
Don't
into
let
several
weeds-
episodes right now.
you said what?
We're going into several episodes right now.
I mean, hey. Don't let your weeds overgrow the beauty in your plants
Yeah.
and your seeds. Water them accordingly.
Yeah.
Take them, dig them up accordingly.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta use that hoe. Goddamn. Sometimes hoes are useful. Okay, let me stop.
What?
Oh man.
What are we doing?
I'm so sorry. Jesus. Call on his name.
Please call him
Okay,
right
Let me
now.
stop. But in all seriousness, though, it's
See, I have it halfway on my ear.
in
Yeah.
all seriousness, yeah, plant your seeds and steal them.
You said instill. Oh, instill.
Yeah.
I thought you said and steal, and I was like, okay, cut the mic. You on one right now. You are on one.
Plant them.
Yeah.
Plant them. But yeah, I don't think we ask you how do you plan to use your gifts and plant your seeds?
Honestly, how does Deanna plan to use her gifts and plant her seeds? I don't want to say I don't have an answer because I do. I feel like a lot of times it's just like in the moment. Like it just kind of just happens.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just want to love on people. And like for those who don't know, because I don't really vocalize this, one of my biggest things like I want to do is be an actress. Always wanted to be an actress. I'm in like acting classes and
Yeah.
like learning and studying and
Same.
doing all these things. And one of my prayers was I told God that I want to be in like the table reads, leading prayer before we start doing these things.
Mm.
I want to be a voice. Like I want to be used by the Most High. I want to be used by God. I want to be used by God. I want to be used in places where His light may not have like really be shining, and that's kind of scary to me a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it's when it's dark.
Yeah. But then you have to realize you are the light.
Yeah,
Sometimes you have to be the light in this situation.
yeah.
It's like the saying, heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Mm-hmm.
Own your light.
Yeah.
Let it shine.
Own your light.
Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Yeah.
no, yeah,
Brought to you by no, I'm sorry.
Reckless.
Reckless
Today's
Clothing Brand. Let your light shine
Da-da-da.
recklessly.
But no, I just really want to be used by the Most High. Like, I want to be used. I just want to be used. I
Yeah.
want to be used. I want to
vessel.
bring glory to
You
His
wanna be a
name.
vessel.
Like, when it's my time, when my experience in this world is over, because I've learned to like kind of stop viewing life as short or long. It's an experience. It really is a vapor. Like when you see smoke, it's only here for a moment. That's life.
Ooh.
And I want to, this experience that I am currently experiencing, when I'm done experiencing it and it's my time to go and face the Most High, I want Him to say, well done, good and faithful servant.
Yeah.
So it's like, I feel like I could be used and my seeds can be planted in different ways, whether it's like words or speaking into people or just using creatively my thoughts and being like, I have this idea, let's do this. Or like, let's help get your brand together. Let's help get things together. Let's help do like whatever it is. I want it to be used and I want it to be used until there's literally nothing left. Like
Yeah.
Chadwick Boseman,
Use me, Lord.
nothing. I feel like that man went till there was nothing left in him. And that really is like a testimony. Like it's sad that he like left, that he transitioned. But it's like when you learned what he was going through and filming Marvel movies and filming all these things, it's like this man said, I'm going until there's nothing left.
Yeah.
And if I'm able-bodied,
A real
what are the
warrior.
excuses?
That's yeah.
Yeah.
I can agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Use me.
Use me.
I wrote a prayer, and we can end after that. Yeah, no, that's
Okay.
sushi calling.
It is. Hello? Yeah. I'm coming. I'm on noise.
But no, like even in my prayers, I ask God to allow me to have a stable platform where you use me to reach out to other people
Yeah.
in any way possible. You
Yeah.
know, I just take it upon myself to do it the way that I do it, creative wise. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, be a vessel.
Be a vessel.
Use your gift.
Use your gift.
Find your gift.
Yeah.
Own it.
Live in it. Live in it.
Live in it. Soak in it. Okay. Drown in your gift.
Bathe in
Okay.
it.
Until you can't no more. Okay. Because what's for you is for you. Like everybody doesn't have what you have, and you
Yeah.
have to realize that. If everyone was the same, then we will all be robots around here.
What we need each other for.
Yeah.
Like there would be no point of community.
Exactly. So once you realize that and you look yourself in the mirror and you see something and you see the light within yourself,
Yeah.
you own to something. And be reckless.
I believe y'all will be fine. I believe we'll be fine. I believe
Yes.
through it all, the Most High
Yes.
will carry us and we will be fine.
And keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Even if you are a little nervous, don't
Keep
stop.
going.
Keep going. Remember who's with you. Because listen, like I tell myself all the time, girl, you are on the winning team. There is no one above God. There is no one above our Elohim. There is nothing that can conquer him. There is nothing above him. You are with him. Therefore, you already won. You already won. Just don't give up.
Facts. And with that, like you're the child of God.
Yeah.
You know how powerful God is. You know how mighty He is. You know how, like, you were made from that.
In the image of that.
You feel me? So, like, with me, I think if I'm made by, like, somehow that power it's in me.
That authority.
Yeah, it's in me. You just have to own it. You
Yeah.
have to seek it.
And use it accordingly. Like, don't be out here
Yeah.
being crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, that is episode 2 of The Harvest. We hope you enjoyed. Are you ready to wrap up, or am
Yes.
I setting it to?
Oh no, you good. We can
Okay.
go ahead. We
If
can go ahead and
you
wrap it up.
Are watching us on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, leave a comment. What was your favorite part? Even if like we like healthy conversation, healthy
Yes,
dialogue.
we will talk to
I
you.
do believe that you can have conversation without arguing. So please leave your thoughts below. If you're listening on Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, any, mini, money, mo, get you take a buddy, like whatever you're listening on, we would like for you to subscribe there, comment, like, leave a comment as well. Follow us on Instagram at Creative Fruit Media. And yeah, guys.
Yes.
Thank you so much for tuning into
checking out
another episode of The Harvest. See you next time.